Hello there, Trevor here from Double Bill Movies. Okay, so it's my turn to do an episode of our 39 series. So my co-host Bumper from Bumper's Movies, he did the last one. So this is episode 33. Now, for this one, if you don't know, the list of the 39 video nasties is Night of the Bloody Apes. Now, I got this from MVD and it's region free. You can see it's not in focus, but you can see that there. Yeah, got this slip cover with it. That's a pretty cool cover. So the way this works is I have Bumper's notes from when he watched it, and I read his notes out and I kind of see if I agree and that kind of thing. And we have 3 questions that we ask. So let's get to it. Right, Night of the Bloody Apes. So Bumper's overview. Night of the Bloody Apes is exactly what it sounds like. A wild, blood-soaked, genre-blending fever dream straight out of 1969 Mexico. Directed by Rene Cardona, this cult horror oddity is part mad science, part lucha libre spectacle, and part grotesque exploitation, stitched together with the surgical precision of, well, a mad doctor of a certain film at the center of the film. So yeah, what I found out about this is the original Mexican theatrical version was actually quite a tame film. But to appeal to a wider audience, when they did an international cut, they added in some gore. I think one of them was the scene of the open heart surgery. When it came to the UK, I think it was just the UK, someone very cleverly added in loads more gore, actually reshot some scenes to make them more visceral. And invariably, that's what gave it the video nasty status. So there's abuse of women and that kind of thing. So those reshoots gave it, kind of put it on the video nasty list. The original version, I've no idea. Well, yes, from what I've seen, taking out the gore, it would be really quite a tame beast movie. But anyway, so our questions. Did it feel like a video nasty? And Bumper says, yes. Although the effects are dated and the movie feels cheap, it does have a lot of blood for a movie made in the 60s, and it's just as nasty as other films from the decade. Yeah, so now I think that's slightly misconception of the film, because I think the gore scenes were added quite a lot later. I did start, there's a bonus item on here. A video essay on Night of the Bloody Apes with a guy called Dr. David Wilt, a systems, and I did start watching it, but I had to go and do something else. But I did get the gist of the 3 different versions of the film. So I would imagine, well, clearly the theatrical version wasn't as bloody at all, so it was more typical of a 60s horror film. But then as it's gone through the different variations of it and more gore has been added, that's what's made it more sort of bloody and gory, and the film that we have here, the film that became a video nasty. So essentially, if you watch an uncut version of this, you're not watching a video nasty at all. Then, should it be a video nasty is one of our questions. It's debatable, to be honest, as the effects are pretty bad and the film will probably make you laugh more than wince. But as mentioned above, it's very much of its time. Yes, it's essentially about a female wrestler. That's the sort of the bulk of the film. And there's a doctor whose son is terminally ill, and he's trying to find a way to keep him alive. And that's where sort of a gorilla comes in, and things get a bit sort of messed up. But I actually think the added scenes make it a better film. It's actually quite a heartfelt story if you take out all the gore parts and just watch the film as I imagine the theatrical version was. That, you know, this father is essentially trying to keep his son alive any means possible. Now, there rather nefarious means to do so, but you know the love is there to keep his son alive. Um, but yeah, obviously the film takes on a completely different feel with the gore scenes added in. And then the last question is, should a modern horror fan check it out? And Bumper says it's probably not worth it, but if you have an interest in Mexican horror, or the legacy of the Cardona family on cinema, then it's worth a watch. So do I think it's worth a watch for modern horror fans? Only for the hardened sort of film enthusiasts, yes, who are into sort of the history of film and its origins and that kind of thing. But yeah, probably not one that's really going to sort of make for a fun viewing. Because I'm watching it as a video nasty, and you know it was a banned film, that kind of puts it in a different light. And yeah, that made it enjoyable. And actually, it was the second time I watched this, because I watched this a while ago. Waited a while for Bumpers to get his notes to me, and then I completely forgot what I'd watched essentially, so I had to watch it again, and it just took me ages to get around to doing so. That's kind of why there's such a big gap between our episodes. We're not rushing with this, but so yeah, for die-hard horror fans, give it a watch. For collectors, yeah, see if you can hunt down this version. I think it's still available with the slip and everything. It would really be interesting if, like when Arrow did Don't Go in the House, there's like 7 or 8 different versions on there. If someone like Arrow were able to get hold of the original negatives of, because it wasn't called Night of the Bloody Apes in Mexico. I'm not sure what the original Mexican title was, but yeah, it would be interesting to see the original Mexican version, to see just what the film was that they put out, and to have the international cut and then this video nasty cut. That would be really cool. We'll see. Who knows? So then he's got a summary, and at the end he's gone, going into Night of the Bloody Apes, I was aware it was Mexican horror, so I was both shocked and happy to see Rene Cardona's name pop up on the screen. I'm more in tune with his son Rene Cardona Jr. movies, but have been meaning to dive further into the family archive. The Night of the Bloody Apes has a good plot and some good ideas. It's just unfortunate that a low budget and poor craftsmanship let it down. So I'm not sure what version Bumper watched. This version basically looks like a VHS rip. Now there's nothing wrong with that, but there's not much detail, fine detail, and the colour palette is a bit really almost non-existent in places, but I think it kind of added to the experience. And if you get into that sort of mindset watching a video nasty, and the fact that people did watch them on VHS and they were really crusty looking, so yeah, it is quite a simple film. And the face, yeah, I knew there was a picture somewhere. You know, the face, it just looks, when it's up close, it looks like plasticine or something. And that's it. But hey, it's what I would call having a go. Young filmmakers just having a go and doing what they can with what they have. So yeah, Bumper's giving it a score at the end, and he's just giving it 4 out of 10. That's fair enough. If that's how much you liked it, or didn't like it, then so I would give it I'd say 6.5. I think that's the first half I've actually given, but 6.5. I like it enough to watch it. It's kind of a good video nasty. So for me, does it feel like watching a video nasty? Yes, definitely. With the added in scenes, it wouldn't do if it was the regular theatrical cut. Should it be a video nasty? Yes, definitely. With the abuse towards the women, yes, that's a big tick on the video nasty list. That's what, you know, any film of that nature would be struck off. And then, as I said, should a modern horror fan? Yeah, you know. So there we go. 4 out of 10 for Bumper, 6.5 from me, and episode 33 of the 39. So only 6 to go now. There we go. Night of the Bloody Apes. Anyway, the next video will be on Bumper's channel, so make sure you're subscribed to him. And I've got a playlist of all of the episodes on my channel. I don't know if Bumper's done the same, but either way, you'll be flipping between both our channels anyway if you watch the whole series. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please give it a thumbs up. Until the next episode on Bumper's channel, and in the next episode on my channel, take it easy.